event experience today was inexplainable. The knowledge, the focus of every person that spoke, it's really encouraging and inspiring to see such melanin in one place. If you wasn't here, make sure you're here for that next event. This was awesome.
It's the best ever investment that you could make to purchase the tickets to come to events like this. This community is for us, and you can reach a whole lot more people within our community.
If you were registered for Urban CEO and did not show up for any reason, you missed it. You missed an opportunity to network. I mean, there's so many people here that not only people, but people that care about you getting to the next level. The speakers were amazing.
So if you're on the fence of attending Urban CEO Block Party, you need to not be on the fence because you need to be here.
Listen, we help the unconference get conference, okay? I mean, where else you need to pull up? People were like, yo, this event was like turned. I wasn't even expecting that. And that's the thing, like, we want people who don't normally go to events because they feel like it's gonna be square. We want them to come and feel like they're invited and feel like they can be a part. Pull up, because we still love you. We want to teach you. Because my thing is this, you got to be able to get in the right environment for your life to change. And if you're always around people that's always judging you, you're not going to feel like doing it. And so I wanted to create an environment where we can always be ground level. And so we get you in the door, you get to the next level, and we connect you to the next people. So that's what it's all about.
Really quick, I wanted to talk about my experience with the Royal Collection soap. For those of you that are on the fence of trying it, have you ever tried a aromatherapy product, something that was essential, like an essential oil that made you relax? It is the resemblance to a aromatherapy product that is going to relax you, okay, throughout the day. And some of us, we have stressful jobs that we work. So the best part of my day is coming home and taking a shower. And the best start of my day is getting up and taking that bath, you know, to get ready for my day. And to have that natural aromatherapy, that feeling, that freshness of the Gold Carrot bar, and to start your day off with something like that, it really puts you in a great mood. So it's really great for healing. It's really great for your mental health. You can get up feeling wonderful and just take you away from the stress that you have in your life daily. So if you're on the fence, go ahead, guys. Place your order. You will not regret it. It's guaranteed to light up your home. If you are that person, you like smells, you like your home to smell good, you like candles and stuff like that, it puts you in the mood of that, but it's a natural aroma. And it's guaranteed to lit up your bathroom, lit up your house. For those of you that have bathrooms that are connected to your room, it's guaranteed to lit up your room. So I'll see you guys on the other side.
Hey, what's going on, man? You already know this your boy Juice Baby live in the building. I'm in your chest making it do the Do Bossed Up podcast. You already know what time it is. Illusions. Now check it. Alright. I've been checking out a couple of things on YouTube. And I've been seeing how a lot of these people, you know, how they moving. They're exploiting a lot of stuff that is disrespectfully unhonored. You know, we got some dudes exploiting being a street dude. Like, motherfuckers ain't say when you came from, you know, excuse my language, but people didn't say when you came from out your mom and your dad, and once you hit the street, then you know it's a game. See, the streets is a game. People don't understand that. As soon as you step one apart, that's a game. Game. Because regular people walk the streets that go to work and they don't participate in the game. You understand? So once you participate in the game, in your mind, this ain't Grand Theft Auto, bro. You die, it's over with. You get shot, boy, you might not make it. You do something wrong, boy, you going to jail. Ain't nobody finna burn you out and you gonna break out of prison like El Chapo and all this extra, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't get caught up in the game in your mind, because that's what a reality start to, look different for a lot of people, man. In their mind. That's where it starts, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So how you react to reality and lighten how it been, that's going to be on you and the information that people, ride on. So they created this street law, no snitching, ride for your dog. Somebody getting your homeboy something, you jump in, and, boom, boom, real family stuff. So you got to remember, a lot of people who was out and didn't have families, they created these systems. They took family structures, then they created their own rules and regulations because they was living on the streets. Don't get it twisted. You understand? People had to survive every day. Mamas and daddies be making bad decisions and leaving their kids out to actually fend for themselves. So there's a lot of stuff and rules and regulation that was being brought in and being broken at the same time while we was being distributed across the nations. You understand what I'm saying? That's people and broad, and it's just not black people per se. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm speaking about what I growed up in and what I seen. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm talking about on the street level, don't glorify the streets, bro. Please don't do that crap, man. This dude is getting me upset right now, bro. I'm like, he glorifying the streets. He's saying about the street code and man, that crap don't matter. You are playing a game. This is reality. Inside your mind, that game that you live in ain't no reality, bro, in that, bro. The reality in that game is murder, death, and destruction. That's facts. So you can't have nobody riding on murder, death, and destruction like it's something to glorify. Even the soldiers don't do that, bro. And they got to go fight in Kuwait and all these different places going across the nation. And then people got to actually make it back to they families, bro. Like, come on, man. Stop glorifying the streets. It ain't what it seems or what y'all see on TV and what they exploited, bro. I live that stuff, bro. Some days and some nights, nigga, go without. All rip. Sometimes it rain and you can't get no sales. I've been out there, bro. Like, straight, it might rain for a whole week, boy. And, boy, people still gonna want to get high, but it ain't gonna be, I'm just telling you my past. You understand what I'm saying? So it ain't always what it seems, bro. All the glamour and all the stuff that you gotta actually break your back to get them birds and them keys and them little connects and them pounds and yeah, them all about connects and moving and you don't know who you moving with. You know what I mean? That's why certain mothers that I was dealing with got jammed up, man. You feel me? So all that stuff gonna be talked about. You know what I mean? But what I'm telling you, man, do not glorify the streets, bro. It ain't nothing personal. But I'm letting you know it become a game. It's not real. It's a game. The street life is not real. Meaning it's real consequences. But it's just like you playing Monopoly with Monopoly money and thinking that you can use that same money to come out in the real world, bro. And that's what y'all wrapped up inside your game and your gangs inside your little street. Yeah, it might be real, but out here in society, that's why you get banned. That's why they don't respect it. That's why you get, because if it was real, it'd be like the KKK or it'd be organized crime or some mafia or so. You know what I mean? Them people follow rules and regulations. This is the what they call it, all out corral. Every man for themselves, bro. No matter how you spit and say I got a name, or I'm down with this dude. You understand what I'm saying? Or I'm a ride for my dog and all this here stuff. Bro, I sat there and watched my homeboy die in front of me and my baby in my arms, bro. You know what I mean? So nigga can't tell me nothing about the streets. Period. I done been to prison. I ain't do as much time as Muz did, but all it takes is one time, boy. Niggas ain't trying to live in them conditions, man. You can't be trying to glorify these streets, bro. It ain't what's happening, man. It ain't what's happening. You gonna have your little fun. You gonna run around with your little clips. You gonna hit the streets. You gonna find out what's going popping. Like reality, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got no guidance. You feel me? Because it started at the basketball court, in the football court, the parks. That's where it started at, bro. So first you going to school. You feel me? You get out of school if you ain't get kicked out and been turned to the streets already. You start playing sports and you start going to the court and you see hanging with dudes who done dropped out of school, but they still ball. They smoking, they in the street doing their stuff. It's peer pressure. It's your homeboy. You straight with him. You start hanging out with him more and more and more. Then you start turning you on to how he get money and things of that nature. You understand? And circumstances start getting you, put you in certain situations. Mama probably ain't break bread. A bill came up and she couldn't do what she wanted and you need them Jordans and stuff. So how the world and society is built, bro, it's all kind of traps. But you guys got to learn how to live. You got to learn about reality, how it affects you. Not the made up reality, because you can make up a reality and live it. You can live it for 40 years, 30 years. But when you really hit, then you're going to have to break out of that and really come out here in society and really show up. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people, I'm going to get more into that, but I just wanted to actually put that out there, man. You know, like, stop going around the streets, bro. Well, I'm a street dude. I'm a gangster. Oh, man, that crap do not work, boy. That's TV, bro. And then you got to know that. You got to remember, man, when we was inside those plantations, people outside was still striving. They wasn't living as slaves like us. So we set back. You understand? Economically, politically, education, all these little situations set us back. So now we coming out. That's why they came out with the pimps and all them stuff. Cause when you came out, then you start like, it's almost like somebody coming out of shell, because they was being created. The African American was being created on them plantations. He wasn't no African American. He was wherever he came from, wherever nation they done stole these people from and brought them over here. That's being bred, and that's a whole nother creation of a person. He don't have no traditions. Even the oral tradition was taken away. He's not attached to nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So now you come into a society where people robbing, killing, raping, and this wasn't a part of your reality at all. Now it's a part of your reality. Now you brought over here, and now you seeing your whole life. You seeing stuff that you wasn't even much supposed to be seeing. You know what I mean? That's being exposed. A person that's innocent. That's why you don't show kids certain stuff, because you mess their innocence up, man. You understand? So the Broncos over here, and we in them little plantations. The Chinese was probably doing it. The Italians, everybody was doing, prospering, building businesses, learning about economics. And so they little societies was still growing. Excuse me. Then you have, every black person wasn't in no goddamn slave, so don't never think like that. It's a group of some people who lineages ain't never seen it, don't even know what that is. You know, and they can speak about the black, they brothers and sisters that actually been, like the South and the North was two different parts of it. So you can go do some more history on that, but you understand, people separated, everybody wasn't enslaved, but the people who were, they was created, bred to be who they are today. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to look at the mentality of a lot of us being disrespected. You understand, mama and the daddy being separated from the kids, and that's mentally depressing. You understand what I'm saying? Then you turn around and rape the person and have a baby, and the mulatto baby come out or whatever. And you understand? There was some of the slave owners, like they raped young women, and then they had the bucks, young buck. That's what they had this dude sexing his mama and all the other people, his sisters, and it's breeding them. So guess when you breed a breed, what you think you breeding? You breed monsters, bruh. Boy, you breed monsters, bruh. You letting the people out in society, man, talking about they free, and you done bred monsters, bruh. Y'all not looking at that, man. Y'all overlook that if you breed two different animals, there's gonna be some different stuff gonna come out. It ain't gonna be who that animal is or the other one. It's gonna be a whole different breed of an animal. You understand what I'm saying? That's a whole nother version of what that used to be. You understand what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a whole different impression on what's supposed to be reality for that situation. So it's like we have been through so much. We done been tore down to the point where they built us up how they desired us to look, walking around, suits and ties and things of that nation, where every nation, Chinese dress how they dress, you understand? Everybody got their own, way of life, because that's culture. Every culture, what we're doing right now, selling culture, Chinese food, everybody, Italian food, everybody. So what is our food? What is it? Not the soul food that they gave us. What was our food before that? You understand what I'm saying? Our culture was taken from us. Our way of life was taken from us. So now we're living in the ghetto. But if you do your research, Hitler created the ghetto. He built the ghetto for all of what? People that he put which y'all call in the Bible, the 666 sign, which is a misnomer, but at the same time, he put marks on their head and let, man, these are the people that unwanted. You understand? I guess the rapists and the murderers and the child molesters and the less, with people who wasn't prominent in the society, who came from a stock, a prominent stock. You know what I mean? People got A1 stocks, you got B's, A, B, C, D stocks, and all that good stuff. Stocks of people, they grade you, from your way of life or where you come from. So you come from poverty, you're a peasant, you come from, royalty, all that shit being noted. You know what I mean? That you get treated, towards those situations. You understand what I'm saying? So go back and see Hitler, ghetto, America, creation. Start creating ghettos and projects and all this stuff, putting, people into these neighborhoods, something to cover, right? This ain't no community that we are all one. All the people who live in the community, work in the community. We live here, fire station. We go to church. I go to church with the firemen and the doctor. We don't do that over here, bro. We live in a community that people exploit. Our community is the ghetto, and they live. I'm in Miami, so they live in Western. They come to Liberty City and Overtown and Highland, all these little spots to create their financial situation, buying with nobody in the hood working at these spots. You understand what I'm saying? So I see the frustration, to the point where it's broken in a lot of places. So when you got people who from the street doing real street, and they feel like they've been disrespected by their parents, and now they got some aggression towards people, period, you know what I'm saying, that have a mother and a father. They want to break that. They don't care nothing about that, because they ain't had that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's to the point of, if you ain't got love, you can't share it. You can say the word, but if you don't have it, attain love, that means that you was shown how to appreciate love and how to appreciate people, how to appreciate reality. You can't share that with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm understanding that from the point of view of a street dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I watch street dudes get created. I'm talking about straight up. In my way, not all the other people. I'm talking about what I vision coming off the porch, per se. And, wasn't no threat, nothing. Just playing basketball, football, going to school. Then I've seen a lot of these people get influenced by dudes who actually was real street people. Then I looked at the background of why these dudes were street dudes. And then most of the time, the street dudes didn't have parents. They stayed with grandma. Mama was on crack. The daddy was in prison. Child running around from house to house, aunties and uncles, and running away from home. Just, you know what I mean? Unstable. I seen a lot of those being people can create it, but you got to look back in my time. You know what I mean? I was born in the late 70s, raised in the 80s. You know what I mean? So it's like conditions create situations, and people don't understand that, bro. Like, we had a conversation on, about Martin Luther King, and if he didn't do what he was doing, it was other people doing what they was doing, but the spotlight was on him. And some people were saying that Martin Luther King didn't fight for freedom and all this and that. They feeling like, one half of people feeling like we would have still been in the situation, and the other half of people like, hell, no, how the hell, nigga? Like, we was all going, you know what I mean? It was like, it was pockets of people doing what Martin Luther King was doing. He was just the only one that got the spotlight put on him and got exploited because of the political situation that was surrounding that time. You know what I mean? So right now, in this time, Jim Crow, where we come from, in Jim Crow, CIA, playing crack, cocaine, making all these, situations, Panama, Colombia. Like people that be hearing what I'm saying, they already know, they know the history, what's going on and what happened, Reagan and all this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like the Contra, that the people know, like, how you gonna create something, make it legal for a purpose, then when we start exploiting it, then it get illegal. Y'all seen The Wire? That was a real situation, bro. If everybody watched The Wire and they seen how people was exploiting the streets, even the police, they allowed people to sell drugs, bro, in certain times. Like, I think a lot of my uncles was telling, like, they ain't mess with you. They ain't mess with you. You know what I mean? And I guess because they dropped certain sack off in one neighborhood and left the other neighborhood without it. So it's like we eating and get money, so they created the tension. Like, man, them boys over there crying. What's going on? Boy, they eating. Nobody didn't drop no sack over here. Then they find out boys being sacked, distributed around. And what this is? What? Crack? Because, cocaine was out there doing what it do. And heroin and all the other crap. Quaaludes, and it was different stuff out there, bro. People was getting on volume. They was actually getting high off of the white people drugs. Straight up. That's how this stuff's created, man. This stuff go back. So you got to remember, we've been getting exploited for years with syphilis from the higher ups. You know what I mean? Saying people got it, but I don't think they actually gave the people this stuff. I think they had contracted it on their own, but they just act like they was treating it and didn't. So I just do more research on that part of life. But what I'm getting at is that we're unbalanced as a people. Probably as a fucking world. The whole world is, you know what I mean? But you can see most of the people who actually are in their own bubble, like the Chinese and the Japanese and the Russians and everybody in their little bubbles. So they able to manipulate the reality how they see fit. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? Rules and regulations was put out here from the ancients. And what they doing is they gathering the ancient information, and some of them, they keeping it alive and keeping it focused and going on. But back to the streets. And why I said all that, because you got to look at where we came from to see where we going. I might have been jumping from here to there, but people who understand, the value of where I'm going at is being without or have you doing whatever sometimes. Trust me. I don't know if y'all have ever been without and didn't have nobody to call on and really had to make whatever happen. And a lot of people being put in those positions. A lot of people ain't fortunate, you know what I mean? So you can't really say, well, they could have did this and they could have did that. No, man, you can't say that, bro, because everybody's life is different. Like, I was actually listening to another situation, and this really upset me because they tried to blame the child. Because he could have made better decisions. I'm like, how, nigga? Like, when we was kids, we didn't know nothing. We didn't even know how to count till somebody taught us. We ain't know math. We ain't know ABC. Nigga, we had to listen to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And more times somebody keep brainwashing you. You don't know what that means. You keep staying in certain environments. You see what I'm saying? So why I keep telling, like, mama and daddy ain't cracked it and had the damn baby. Nigga, you can't blame that baby. He don't know shit. Even don't give a fuck. 1, 2, 3 years old, that baby ain't knowing nothing. Baby walking around with a fake gun and dragging his pamper, however it go. You know what I mean? Because when people growing up in the ghetto, it was different in my time. I'm talking about real ghetto. I'm talking about Scott Projects, PSU, and Brown Sub, Overtown, and, like, you know what I mean? Like the real Opalaka, like real gutterish, Carol City, you know what I mean? River City, goddamn Little Haiti, you know what I mean? Like all these little spots, like when it was ghetto, you could walk in the ghetto and see a little jit run around by itself. Pick kid, I'm talking about pamper, dragging, dirty, cake up, candy or juice all over his face. Like, we come from that. Now, it might not be going on now, you know what I mean? Because I ain't really never seen that. But a lot of these kids, they was independent at a young age, bro. Trust me, I ran with them. Independent jit running around on a bike,